So thank you very much, Lorraine. So next to the stage, I will ask Mr. Evgeny Kapustin to join me. Finalist for the Americas region and representing Canada in the competition this year. Evgeny discovered an early passion for logistics through his childhood, having grown up around the port of Vladivostok. Evgeny then moved from Vladivostok over to Canada in 2011 to study and graduated from Seneca College with a diploma in International Transport and Customs. Evgeny currently works for DSV Air and Sea and is an export coordinator. So, Evgeny, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big pleasure for me to be standing here today in front of such honorable public, among young professionals. And of course, it wouldn't happen without FIATA, and big thanks go to them for encouraging young people to step forward and to challenge themselves in this competition. So also lots of thanks go to my family and my friends who supported me on my way here. And even them being 1,000 miles away, I still can feel their support, and I know I always have a backup. Also, a lot of support and guidance I got from my national association, YIFFYA, and from my company, DSV. That's a great place to work in and a lot of amazing people to work with. So, just a little bit about myself. So, as Mike has already mentioned, I was born in the city of Vladivostok. It's the biggest port on the eastern side of Russia. So, since my early childhood, my dad was a marine engineer. So, I spent a lot of time looking just at the ships and the containers being loaded and offloaded. And I found it really fascinating, especially at that time when the Soviet Union just collapsed and exports and imports in my country were a relatively new thing. And it was growing at a crazy pace. And here I am now doing this on my own. My path started from entering university back home in Vladivostok. I was going for a logistics degree, but then at a certain point I realized I want to see the bigger picture. I want to see the world a bit. I want to see how the things are being done in different places. So that's why I decided to go to Canada to pursue another degree in Seneca College. It was a transportation and customs diploma. So in my relatively short career, I worked for a couple different companies. I started in a trucking industry, working for a local company in Canada, and ended up being a DSV Air and Sea, taking care of exports out of Canada. So I really like this industry. I like the people and the way teams 1,000 miles away from each other able to coordinate and to make things happen. And there is, however, one thing I like the most. It's a project cargo. I always had interest in something bigger than just containers and UODs. And I think project cargo is, every new project is unique. You always learn something new, you always do your research, you meet new people. It's entertaining, challenging, and yeah, that's what I like about it. So when I came across a newsletter from YIFFYA announcing this competition, and in Canada it works a little bit different. You have to apply first for a local competition held by YIFFYA, so you have to write one dissertation, and that's the way they pick a nominee to represent Canada. So first I tried in 2014. I didn't have that much luck that time. I came the second in our local competition, but I really enjoyed the process. I found it challenging, I found it entertaining. The amount of things I learned, the amount of people I had a chance to talk to was incredible. So a year after, I didn't hesitate for a second. I applied for this competition again, and I had more luck that time. So in 2015, I won in Canadian national competition, and then I wrote another dissertation, which was about importing wind turbines from Germany and deliver them to a remote location in north of British Columbia in Canada, and how can multimodal be properly used to achieve the greatest benefits from that. And another part was about exporting armored vehicles from Canada to Egypt and the things we need to make sure to comply with when doing that. So I haven't been in the industry for a long time, so in total maybe for 3 years. But let me share a little view I have on it. So I had a chance to speak with many very experienced people, you can say veterans of the industry. And one thing I heard a lot is something like, this industry is nothing what it used to be in the past. And pretty often it's said with a little bit of disappointment and a little bit of sadness in voice. Well, yes, it's definitely different. It's definitely nothing like what it used to be. But if you think about it, things change. Everything has changed. And nothing is what it used to be 5-10 years ago. And I would even say a year ago. Did it change for better or for worse? I don't know. I just haven't been around for such a long time. But what I know and what I think is, rather than judging and comparing, it's important to adapt and try to improve this industry considering today's demands, today's technology, and today's environment. So I'm glad to see that so many young people, so many young talents are today and also passionate about logistics like I am, and I'm very confident together we can make this industry a little better. Thank you very much.